Welcome to today's collective reading. This is TrinityGaiaOracle. Today's reading, as you could tell from the title, is around being at a crossroads. You have two paths in life before you, and you have a decision to make. And you don't want to make it because either way, your heart breaks. Either way, you lose a piece of yourself. If you choose one path, you break another's heart or others' hearts, and you feel that pain on top of your own because you're that empathic, that connected. When you love like this, it's a shared experience. It's a co-creation. Okay, so the image that came through was that of the Two of Swords from the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms. And the imagery is poignant for those of you that are very visual, that are artists, that see the symbolism in things. This may really, really hit home for you. In this image, there is an individual, and it's pretty dark. There's no light, really. Maybe like the moon in the background, but it's implied that it's a pretty demure kind of vibe. This individual is sitting on a park bench, and there's just a strip of land, just wide enough for the bench and their feet, and they could get up and go to the right or get up and go to the left. In front of them is a body of water. Behind them is a body of water. They only have two options. However, suspended above the body of water in front of them is a mirror that is in a gold frame. And this gold frame, gold represents assertive energy, action. If it were silver, it would represent receptive energy. So there is a need to choose based upon an action, based upon what this mirror is showing you. You don't want to choose between either side. And while you're looking in this mirror, maybe it's like things are shifting, and like a Rubik's Cube of Rubik's Cubes. And you're shifting and altering and tweaking, and you're just looking for any kind of combination where you don't have to end up with having to choose. And you're finding yourself like, how can I possibly be okay with choosing either one? How do I minimize the damage if I choose this or choose that? Or how do I make this work in the best way possible if I must choose? Like, so much analysis is going on inside of you around pretty much damage control is what came through clearly. And what you don't see that's right in front of you is that you're not meant to choose between either path. You're meant to choose them both. Now let me unpack that. In choosing them both, there is a supposition that has been presented to you that has led you to agree or believe that you cannot have both. Well, who defines you? Who tells you that? Who controls that? Do you create your world? Do you co-create it with the divine? Or does Joe Schmo or Susie, Heather, whomever, just random names, do they decide your world? Do they get to intercede between you and your ability to communicate and co-create with the divine? Are they between you and God? Do you have to go through them to create your life? And I'm saying it with that passion because it's like, that's kind of bull. It's kind of bullshit. Who do you think you are to be between me and my creator? To think that you could interject yourself in my relationship with my divine and my ability to co-create with that. Who do you think you are? That is that intensity there. Like, there is definitely an outside interested party or parties that want you to remain thinking you have to choose. They don't want you to know that you could choose both. So what is going on around you in your life right now possibly is overwhelming because it's meant to make you feel like you must choose. It's meant to overwhelm you, to put you into a state of fight or flight or freeze or fawn. In the analysis paralysis, you have froze. You may be placating these energies with fawn, like to please them, but really inside you're aware that this is not what you want. This is not what you've created. And you're right, it's not. The divine has presented you a beautiful opportunity right now to utterly stun all of them. To be that underdog that they thought that they had controlled. They thought, nah, we got it, we're done. They're in analysis paralysis. They're not going to make a decision and nothing's going to happen. And we're going to get to be in between them and God. We're going to be able to be between them and their creator. We're going to control and dictate to them what their life is. And will be. We're going to take all of their ability to create and do what we want with it. That's what they think. Being that this is around your heart breaking, more than likely, and this is probably the most poignant example that I can give and probably resonates with most of you. Apply it how it fits for your situation, because this is collective. On one side, you have your children. On the other side, you have a future partner that you want to bring into your world. And then you have these outside energies that are doing everything that they can to make you feel like you can't have both. So they're basically using the elements around your child's life and your life to bring you to a spot of like, well, if I add another change into this, it'll be too much. It'll be irresponsible. It'll be hard on them. Now, this is not necessarily for everyone going to be this exact scenario. This could be a job, a business you've started, and you have new employees, and you have a new project, and you're introducing another new thing, and you're like, I want to do all of it. A businessman had to choose between two companies, and if he chose one, the other would die. But he didn't want to kill either one. They were like, children to him. He put a lot of himself into both. So instead, he put all of himself on the line, all of the finances. He gambled everything and fed both. And it paid off big time. So this could be that scenario for you. This could definitely be financial. For those of you that it is more of a family, children, new partner dynamic, there could be an ex in this dynamic that's causing a lot of, questions to come through your mind. Like, well, if this is going on and this is going on, and, they're doing this, and, like maybe there's schools involved, maybe aunts or uncles, like whatever, there's chaos, and you're feeling very protective of your children. And you know that this future person, this individual that you want to bring into the dynamic, would never ask you to choose. It's why you're even stuck at this spot, because that person knows. Push comes to shove. The beauty of it is that you've already manifested the solution. You just haven't seen it. Now, all of those things with the children that are, causing you to feel really protective, there's change. One, change is a constant. It is the one thing in life you could count on. It is always changing. Imagine this. You have a partner like that, a possible partner like that. It's why you're here. It's why you're stuck. It's why you don't want to choose. You want them both. Well, then choose them both, because this individual, when they come into the dynamic, they are now co-creating with you in a more concrete, 3D, physically present, able to have your back in the moment way. You're already a very powerful and in tune individual. This individual is as well. They will be pretty much the antidote to the hurts, to the situations that are around your children that you're feeling so protective of them. They will be able to add another perspective to help the children to overcome, to heal, to rise above, to feel empowered instead of vulnerable. The lack of empowered, unempowered. I don't want to say victim, because that's a very charged word. And then you add, well, let's move to survivor. Well, why stop there? Go to thriving. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. To have someone like that at your back, helping you, support you, as you go through all this change with the children, it'll help them to overcome and heal it if this individual is now a part of that dynamic. You're not meant to choose between them. You're meant to choose both. And all of those energies that seek to distract you and overwhelm you and make you feel like you can't move, they're the path. You're not choosing them. You're not choosing the illusion that you must choose. And I really hope that this message hits home and that you guys hear it and that you create something beautiful and amazing, because we need more of this kind of love, more of this kind of connections and presence in this world. We do. Where there's a will, there is a way. And you have a very strong will, and you are very connected to your divine. No matter how much this third energy, this outside interested party or parties, wants to stand between you and your divine, they can want what they want all they want, but you can't intervene with that. And that is the truth. That is yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. And I speak this with this passion because this is so true. It's so tangible and real. And you will be modeling that. This moment is the greatest gift that you could give to yourself and those that you feel responsible for, in particular the children, because you're going to be living it. They'll be living it with you. And if you're sensitive, aware, and this new individual that would be coming into the dynamic is as well, your children are more than likely aware, and more aware than maybe you know or they know. They will be learning so much by how you're modeling how you would want them to live their life. If you were them, how would you want you to move? Would you want you to go, well, you know what, I'll give my power up to this selfish, cruel, greedy thing and just not have a life? And I will just stay in this state of brokenheartedness for the rest of my life because it's what I thought I had to do because I love my kids. That's what you're modeling through how you live. Or are you going to be the individual that says, no, I'm not going to give my power up to you, and I'm not going to let you do this to my kids without a fight. It's of the heart, it's of the mind, it's of the philosophy, it's of the way of thinking and how you approach life. That's what you're fighting, is the concepts, the mental constructs. By doing this, you're like, no, there is a will, there is a way, there is another option. You can choose. You would be inspiring them, healing them by healing yourself. And so with this individual, there's such good that would be coming from all of these interactions on either side. And when it comes to the company aspect of things, where it's choosing both paths, both businesses, instead of one or the other, and well, if you're broke in the meantime, hoping that they pay off, and they do pay off, those products, there's a reason, those companies, there's a reason why you were so passionate about it. It's because you knew that they would make the world a better place, that they would be helpful to so many individuals. It would improve so many lives. And you were right, because they did both pay off. Choose both. And when you start to look in that mirror and you go, well, if I choose both, that Rubik's Cube of immense complexity will begin to start making a lot more sense. And your heart won't end up broken. It'll end up more fulfilled to the point that it'll be overflowing. You will be inspiring so many people just by existing in that state. And that is why there's so much energy geared to make you feel like you're stuck. Because if it can stop you from living that, it stops a lot of other positive things happening for people you maybe will never even know. The ripple effect of you choosing both and living it and walking that is far beyond what you can imagine. Follow the love. Follow what makes it so that your heart doesn't break. The divine will always be leading you towards what makes your heart fuller, happier, expand. But this is a reorientation wake-up call. Go where your heart doesn't end up broken, and that is where you will find the way. The divine is trying to reveal it to you. You have to put your foot on the path. You have to be willing to choose to sit on that bench, maybe put some tunes on, maybe put your feet up while you wait for the kids and the new partner to meet you at that spot. And with the business, you can just sit there and watch it grow and see the world illuminate. The suffering ease because of these businesses, these products, these concepts and systems. And you can be like, yeah, I'm really glad that I followed what made my heart fill with joy, what made me feel like I was really excited about what was to come instead of dreading it. And that concludes today's collective reading. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do check out my teacher profile on Insight Time. There's a link above. The divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.